Check, 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 check. Okay, microphone check. This Omango Dismas. Omango Dismas. We're gonna have this conversation. We were at this conversation. We're gonna do this thing because I notice every time somebody posts something, you got something to say. So I wanted to address you directly, a Mongo, whatever you are in the country or in the globe, on the planet of Earth. So, Amongo, I don't know what your problem is. So I know you're snapping. I'm pretty sure you're frustrated a little bit. But here's the thing: is that what you're not going to do is insult people because you're frustrated. However, I know how difficult that is. I definitely, when we don't get support or whatever, there's moments where I just feel like flipping out. The one reason that I'm going to address this with you, Mongo Dismas, or whoever you are, is because of the fact that not only do I share your frustration, but I actually get frustrated for the same reason that you're frustrated. I'm trying to help hurting people. This is why this is the reason why we're trying to raise money. And when I see people, when I see you do what you're doing, I can understand why people get upset when I get all apocalyptic and things like that. So I'm not going to let you do that without discussing this. But I want you to understand something. You're talking to somebody who's dedicated 20 years of their life to helping hurting people. And so your little comment, we're going to deal with that right now. We're going to talk about that Omango Dismas. I hope you're watching. If not, you'll see it there. This is what you said. And this is one of the reasons why you're probably starving now. This is probably one of the reasons why, because your attitude sucks. But I get it. You're hungry. You're dying. Your people are dying or whatever. Yeah, but here's the thing is that acting the way you are doesn't work. Okay? What are you going to do? Guilt me into giving you what you want? That makes you look like a scammer and a punk. Okay, so like I don't know if you're desperate or a scammer. You gotta see what would have worked with you being consistently loving, but instead you became a jerk and he's trying to attack me, right? So that doesn't work. And I'm doing this to help you as you go across the internet trying to scam people for money. See, like now I have to put you in that category because you lost your cool, and now your people are going to struggle that much more. Current FM. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? So right now, all around the world, we're addressing Omango Dismas. We're addressing Omango Dismas, who, in case you know, he's this. Let me click on his page. So let me share his page with everybody. This guy might be a scammer. He's going around scamming people, making it seem like that his people are starving and that they're hungry, and he might just be trying to scam people out of money. He's on Facebook. Let me show everybody how dangerous this stuff can be. Like he tries to guilt people into giving them what they want. Let me put this over here. Let's make sure I get this right. So this guy will bash you if you don't respond to him immediately and give him what you want, give him his money. So because we didn't give him money, this is what he says on Facebook. He says, you people, you're pretending to be servants of God, but you don't help us. Why? You have money, but people are here, don't have food, clothes, water, and rent. You're just there enjoying with your families while others here are dying. So now Omango tries to discredit everything, all the efforts that all the ministries are doing here. And then, of course, my guest that was here today. Now, what his big idea is, because I haven't responded to him yet, is attack me and attack ministry and attack others. I want you to see where these people. So now, here's what a lot of people would do is feel guilty and then send him some money. I ain't doing that because when I see that kind of spirit, that spirit, I say, what if they're desperate? Well, then if they're desperate, I want to show them how dangerous desperation is. And then this is where I'm going to show them, like, I'm not even going to, hey, bro, I'm not block you. Right now, you're the reason why I'm not helping right now. Omango Dismas. Not because we're being shady, you're now the reason why we're not helping. I was actually trying to raise the money, Omango. I was actually trying to raise the money to be able to help as many people, and it actually included you because I saw how consistent you were for the last month. Just say asking for help and things like that. In case you didn't know, we've already given hundreds of shirts. We've sent hundreds of Coming Soon Jesus shirts over to Africa, but also your lack of understanding that we are here in the United States and so many people have been scammed by people just like you. So many people have been scammed, and I'm telling everybody, be okay with saying no to people like Omanga Dismas. Page, go to the Coming Soon D Jesus T-shirts Facebook page, and you'll see his comment where he kind of came at me for not responding to him and saying that we're fake people of God because we didn't give him money. You know what I mean? That's why we're fake people of God. So everybody, don't give Omanga Dismas a dime. Nobody. Now, so this guy thought it was a good idea to not only attack somebody who works hard every single day to share the gospel and the word of God, but because we didn't give him and his people money, even though we gave other tribes money, even though we adopt children in the Philippines, even though we build our community here local, even though we do all this stuff, because we didn't help him directly, we're not people of God now. This is how you know who the scammers are. Omanga Dismas, Omanga Dismas is a scammer. Maybe he's just feels so. Right now, I know his attitude sucks, and I also know he seems dangerous because anybody would attack somebody just because they didn't give them money and they try to guilt them. That's manipulation, and that's not God. So now, Omango, I'm going to need you to be smarter in your approach. I'm going to need you to not attack people just because they don't respond and do what you want immediately. That's a real punk move to do. And in case you don't know, when you're dealing with somebody like me from the United States Infantry, you definitely are going to learn this lesson, because you don't disrespect somebody who fights for their country day in and day out, whether it's through, I'm not in the military anymore, but I'm talking about spiritually. I pray. Do you know how much time I actually spend trying to help people? And to have you get on my Facebook page and try to tell people that I'm not a man of God because I didn't give you money. Do you know how many people I've spent over $150,000 helping people just like you? And then when I go to your Facebook page, find out you're doing dumb stuff with the money and buying CD players from the 1990s and all this other dumb stuff. So I ain't doing that no more. And I thank you for this opportunity to put your silly tail on blast, because scammers like you are not going to keep getting away with this. You're playing on the hearts of the people of God. You're playing on the hearts of the people. You're the fake. You know how I know you're the fake? Because you got, instead of saying, Lord, show them who we are, Lord, protect. No, you decide to go in attack mode like a punk. That's what you did. So I want to tell Omanga Dismas, the video is named after you, Omanga Dismas, and now everyone's going to find out about Omanga Dismas, and now your credibility is completely sucks. And even if, and here's what else happens. Omanga Dismas. Now, even if you were real, because you approach this way, anybody you wanted to help can't get the help now because of you. What do you think about that, Omanga? Waiting for your response. You can comment, you can comment, but you're also, just so you know, if you want the link to the page, you can have a conversation. We can have a conversation. But I got so many friends that have been scammed by Africans claiming to be so poor and this and all this other stuff. You ain't scamming the Dukester, Nasa. I learned my lessons. And now, because of you, Omanga Dismas, I'm telling everybody to watch out for you, Omanga Dismas. Omanga Dismas! Omango. How you doing, Omangi? Omango, Mr. Dismas. You mess with the wrong guy, bro. You mess with the wrong guy. Everybody, I want you to check out Omanga Dismas. If you want to see what he looks like, just go to my Facebook page and his comments right there. But this is the comment that he put on my. If you look at the StreamYard, if you're on Savior Connect or YouTube or Coming Soon Jesus T-shirts or Current FM, Omanga Dismas says, "You people, you're pretending to be servants of God, but you don't help us. Why? You have money, but people are here don't have food, clothes, and water and rent, and you're just there enjoying with whatever, with your family. Like I'm cursed because I'm enjoying my family, guys. My kids and I do ministry every single day, and this guy thinks he can discredit me and my family. And I want to show you something about human beings. This is what people do. When you don't give people what they want, they try to turn on you and abuse you. Do not fall into that buffoonery. Don't do it. Don't do the Omanga Dismas. There's I'm calling this whole level of manipulation Omanga Dismas disorder. Omanga Dismas is now being named after a spiritual and mental disorder. Omanga Dismas disorder. That's what we're going to call it. Omanga Dismas disorder. Let me go to this guy's page. Let's see what his page looks like. Look. Someone can say, Duke, leave him alone. He's probably a kid. Well, now he's going to learn a lesson. Yeah, Omanga. I'm going to share your Facebook page. So anybody that wants to help Omanga, feel free. But I'm telling everybody, don't help this guy. Don't help Omanga Dismas, because this guy comes after you, attack you if you don't do exactly what he wants, when he wants. Even if you're trying to raise the money to help people, including him, if you don't do it fast enough, he'll attack you and tell everybody you're not a man or a woman of God. Omanga Dismas, okay? He's got all the Bible stuff on his Facebook page, right? Look at this. Look at this. But then he turns around and what does he do? Attack. Then he turns around and attack. This is not the way you handle it. So you look like you're a man of God. You look like Omanga Dismas, born September 22nd, 1980. Okay. You look like a man of God. You got all the Bible scriptures up there. But as soon as something doesn't go your way, what do? Go in attack mode. Omanga Dismas gets no help from the Dukester. No, sir. Why? Because scams work the same way you do. Omanga Dismas. Guess what? Because of you now, I have no interest in helping your situation whatsoever. See, guys, you got to understand, this is not the generation for cowardly Christians where it's like, maybe we should give something. No, you shouldn't. Be diligent. The Bible says, know the Spirit by the Spirit. Just because every little person comes up there and bang, please, can I get a little bit more, please? More cheese, please. Can I have some cheese? No, folks. It doesn't work like that. The fact is that we need bold believers. We need all types of believers. But of course we help the poor. But you don't let manipulators like Omanga Dismas, don't let manipulators manipulate you. Do not allow people to manipulate you. Do not allow, don't do it. They will trick you. They will, like this guy. He gets on my Facebook page and then starts trying to guilt me into giving, as if when I'm having a hard time, I bet you Omanga Dismas doesn't go and try to gather people up to help us. Omanga Dismas. Omangi, Mongo, why? Why'd you do it, Omango? Why'd you do it? Oh, man. Listen, guys, when I say I am petty, when I say I'm petty, I'm petty. You got to get this. You got to get this. When I tell you that Duke is petty. Duke is petty. This guy thought that I was gonna just let him make a comment like that and not retaliate any kind of way. No, you clearly have no idea who Duke is and how it is. So what's happening, guys, is this guy Omanga Dismas, because I didn't give him immediate money, and this is what these scammers do. I'm the guy that scammers actually look for. In case you're wondering why why I'm acting like this. I'm the guy that scammers look for because I'm like, oh, well, let me help these people. Let me help these people. We've spent so much money helping people and then finding out it was a scam. Oh yeah, and the reason why is because, and this is why it's better to. Ever since we started giving to corporations like organizations, like Operation Blessing and things like that, things have been so much better. But when you start, these people hit you up on Facebook, these little scammers like this guy here, Omanga Dismas, trying to guilt people into giving them money. Yeah, don't trust these guys. But the same thing with a lot of these preachers too. Watch out for these internet preachers that don't have a track record of anybody's life changing, after they encounter them, because that's what happens a lot. But Omanga Dismas, I want everyone to know this guy is a fake. This guy's a scammer. It doesn't matter. He can show me a hole in the wall beside a tent. A hole in the ground beside a tent. He can show me that. He can show me all the little dysfunctional things that's going on in his little bitty life. But the point is that when you really are walking with God, you're not going to attack people just because they didn't do what you wanted in the minute. And then the fact that he copped the attitude and says that me and my friend, who he doesn't know at all because he's in Africa somewhere. Well, that's too funny. He doesn't know. Oh, Mongo, I'm gonna make you famous, brother. People gonna know who you are, Mongo. You want to know what? And like I said, there might be somebody that says, you know what, we just gonna help this boy. He didn't know what he was doing. Okay, then praise God for that. But I'm gonna let you know that I'm gonna expose Omango. Omanga. Is it Omanga? Is that your name? Omanga? Comment on the. Let's see. What is it, Omanga? Is it Omanga? Omango? What your name is? Omanga. Omanga Dismas. Dismas. I don't know. Talk to me, Omanga. Tell me what's going on. You know what I mean? You're talking about the people are dying. People are dying everywhere, bro. What do Africans get to monopolize suffering? Is that what we're doing? Where only the African suffering is, dude, listen, check it out. Maybe this is what I'm saying. Maybe you should try a better approach before you just get up there. Maybe you should delete your comment. I'll wait. Omanga. I'm definitely not deleting this video. So, I'm definitely not deleting this video. Omanga. All I know is Omanga is that you could have had a better approach. You literally put on the Facebook page that me and my family are not people of God because we didn't give you money. If you were here, this would be a moment where I straight up roundhouse kicked you in the face. This is exactly where I would have kicked you in the face. Omanga Dismas, another internet scammer going around. He's probably one of these kids that break into your, hacks into your Facebook page. He's probably one of those kids trying to get your bank account money. If you see Omanga Dismas on Facebook, do not talk to him, delete him, block him, or find out who he is. Maybe he's a good guy and just hurting. Maybe his people are suffering. However, I know this. Manga, you got to do a better job, man. I know life's hard, but it's better that you keep your heart from being hardened. It's probably better that you keep your heart from being hardened. And just because people don't give you what, do you remember who your God is? Is your God Americans, or is your God the creator of heaven and earth? So maybe you should spend more time with God than on Facebook begging people for money. Omanga Dismas. Omanga. Omanga was a wrestler, right? That's Umanga. Might be one of your cousins or something. Yeah, it's like that. Folks, listen to me. We don't have time for this silly mess. This guy's actually telling me not to talk to. Look, did you guys see the post that he made on my Facebook page? Let me put it back up to make sure that everybody sees how he would. Because you guys know how I am. I know he's probably upset. He's probably. I can't believe this dude put me on all the way blast. Oh, it's the only way we do it, baby. I'm gonna protect people. You know what I mean? There we go. You people are pretending. So this is what Omanga says. Because I didn't give him money today, Omanga says, you people, you're pretending to be servants of God, but you don't help. You don't help us. Why? You have money, but people are here. People here don't have food, clothes, water, and rent. You're just there enjoying with, I guess we say with my family. All right, now, folks, he said they don't have clothes, yet he's wearing a nicer shirt than I have on. Omanga, you know you done messed up, right? You know you done messed up. You know you messed up, right? You know you done messed up. You know you messed up, right? A little scene from Minister Society, the edited version. Omanga, look at your shirt you're wearing right now in your video. That looks like a shirt. You said you didn't have any clothes, so you're already a liar. Amanga's a liar. Oh, dude, it's so petty. Dude, this is what happens. This is why you cannot allow yourself. And you know what? People like Omanga, what they do is they manipulate you. And then when you find out, when they find out that you can't do what you want, all this other stuff, not only will they attack you, but they'll talk about you behind your back as if you didn't do anything. Omanga Dismas, bad boy, bad boy. And let me tell you something. I know you people over there in Africa who are all smart and all you guys went to college and now you know how to manipulate the system and break into, you know how to do all that stuff. Because you guys got to understand, black people are really smart, especially black folks from Africa, guys. They're really, really smart. I know you probably all think what Omanga's presenting about black people, but it's not true. Black people are geniuses, all right? And so when I see Omanga, when I come to Africa, I'll be looking for you. We can sit down and have a chit-chat. Omanga Dismas. Where you at, brother? Comment. Go ahead, put a comment up there. Comment so we can talk about this thing. And why I'm a fake because I didn't give you money. Do you not know how every scammer does stuff like that? You say you love people. You say you love me. Oh, Cody, you want to see the comment here? Hold on one second. Here we go. Yeah, Omanga. Omanga Dismas. You totally messed with the wrong guy. Listen, folks, scammers do this stuff all the time. They try to intimidate people, try to attack people, all this other stuff. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleep today. Oh, man. Everybody's going to know about Omanga. Now, I know somebody's going to reach out and say, hey, man, that guy didn't have to do you like that. And that's fine. If that's what God puts on your heart, man, every soul's valuable. You go right ahead and do that. My job right now is to help people protect themselves from being scammed. Guys like this will intimidate a soft-hearted believer, make them feel bad, pull on their heart, have them cash app, send some money, then they end up hacking into their credit card, taking all the credit card information, putting them in debt where they have a credit score of a negative 495 credit score because they tried to help somebody overseas who took all their information. That's the kind of guy Omanga is. This is what happens, Omanga. This is what happens. This is why you can't act like that, Omanga. What you did, Omanga, you mess with somebody who loves the people of God. And when you attack like that, it exposes you, buddy. So no matter how much embarrassed you are, I'm still trying to help you. Trying to help you handle things better. You got to get out of your feelings. I had to learn this the hard way too. I try to get people to support comingsoonjesus.org. Why? So that we can raise money, so that when people need help, we can just help. Do you know how many hoops people have to go through just to get help? They gotta, go to the church. You got to be a member for 6 months. You need help now, and if the church can't help you, they send you to a food pantry where you're getting expired food. And the good food pantries are so far and few between. So yeah, coming soon, Jesus. We're trying to raise. Do you know that Omanga? Do you know why it hurt so bad? Why you said what you said? Why you said we're not the people of God? Because right now I'm trying to raise $500,000 for a grocery store, so it helps the inner city kids who don't have access to fresh produce. I'm doing that right now. And instead of getting rid of the food, and the other thing is that we're also trying to make sure that we create enough produce. So we're connecting with farmers right now to connect and get enough produce to send overseas. But to Omanga, because we didn't give Omanga money right now, Omanga no money, you no man of God. You sound like an old primitive African. That's what you sound like right now, pouting with a little attitude. You're not going to intimidate me because I didn't give you some money. No, Omanga. In the jungle, the mighty jungle. You need to fix your attitude, Omanga. And definitely delete your Facebook page for a while before you, because now people know that you are a scammer. And if you're not, man, did you make a huge mistake. Now, somebody's out there. I want to show you how to balance this out. Somebody out there, dude, you're being kind of harsh. Where's the grace? What if his people are over there dying? And what if the people are starving? And what if this, that? Listen, folks, I want to explain something to you. If that is the case, and there are people over there dying and starving, do you not know that God already has a plan in place to get those people taken care of? And hey, check this out. Even I know how God operates. There's somebody who's saying, dude, what about grace? Give this guy some grace? You're beating him up pretty bad. He made a mistake. He didn't, if he's hungry, what if he's acting out of desperation? Well, folks, this is why I'm giving you the example of why you can't act out of desperation. The other situation is this. If any of you feel convicted to contact Omanga and say, hey, man, I don't know if this is real or not, but we want to support you anyway, feel free to do so. I'm just letting Omanga know that having temper tantrums when you're trying to get help and raise funds don't work, because I've done that myself, Omanga. Omanga, listen, I did it. I need support right now. We're negative $1,000 right now in our account. Things are not good for us right now, but you cannot attack people. And for those of you who think I've attacked you in the past, for that, listen, I want to explain something to you. Being in the mall is very difficult, okay? Because we literally watch people pass us by every day. Like, I love what you're doing, but then don't support. Now, look at what we're dealing with here. Omanga feels like we're fake Christians because we don't support. He doesn't even know we're negative $1,000. We're like negative $1,200 something right now, and it's getting worse. The debt's getting bigger because we're not getting any support. We had like an $8 day yesterday. And then I get hit with Omanga's comment where Omanga's saying, we're not real people of God. Hey, Omanga, guess what? We're trying to raise money to help people. We're trying to get $75,000 to get the tower so we can reach more people. We're trying to raise $500,000 for the grocery store. We're trying to raise, $3 million for a studio so that we can put out faith-based quality films that impact people's lives. We're trying to make a difference, Omanga. But guess what? The one thing I'm not going to do is sit there and let some dude from Africa turn around and try to guilt people and make us feel bad. There's a whole bunch of people out here busting their butts day in and day out trying to help people, Omanga. So I don't know how old you are, but you need to get your little attitude straight over there in Africa, the motherland. You need to get your attitude straight. You don't get to monopolize suffering and struggling just because you're in Africa, the motherland. You don't monopolize struggle. Maybe there's something creative you can do to help your people. You know what I mean? It ain't like you guys came over here to get us from slavery, so shut your mouth. Nobody feels sorry for you. Why didn't you feel sorry for black people that was sitting over here for 400 years? You could have came up with not one African-American warrior. Africa didn't come over here to say, you want to know why? Because Africans sold black people over here. And now you want our money? Omanga, chill, bro. Omanga, 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 Omanga. You didn't expect that, did you, Omanga? So I'm a fake Christian. Look at this comment. It says you're a fake. You guys, well, I'm going to show you the whole comment. Omanga, quiet now, buddy. Why are you so quiet now? I don't understand. Guys, I'm going to say this goes for anybody out there. When you try to discredit somebody who's real, it's not going to work out the way you think. You know what I mean? Be very careful with who you think you can just blast off at. But especially these scammers on the internet, these Africans on the internet that think that they can just, because they play on the hearts of people. And so that definitely infuriates me. Anybody that tries to manipulate on the heart. So Omanga says, you people are pretending to be servants of God, but you don't help us. Why? You have money, but people are here, don't have food, clothes, water, rent. You're just there enjoying with your family while others here are dying. That's what you do, Omanga. I saw the post earlier where you're like, hey, I want to partner with you. Who has temper tantrums every time things don't go your way? Now somebody else out there is going, well, you do too. And I'm going to tell you something. There's a difference between what Omanga's doing and when I get upset. I get upset when I announce that a guy's house just burned down and he was set on fire, and I try to raise money, and I try to raise money for him and people don't respond. And then the little bit of people that respond, then the next day, another house burned down, and the guy who got no support, his name's William T. Stars, the guy that got no support, hardly any support, when he was set on fire and his house caught on fire, the next day, someone else's house catches on fire, he sends them money from the earnings that he raised, because he knew what it felt like for nobody to be there for him. So he wanted to make sure he was there for somebody else. Well, guess what, folks? I know what it feels like to be a visionary, to have a heart to build the kingdom of God. I know what it feels like to really want to do something real for God and have nobody's support. So I know that feeling. So I want to be that for someone else. So for people who've written books, for people who've done this, that's my whole vibe. So when Omanga says, Omanga, do you know the millions of dollars we've invested in our community? You don't, because you're in Africa, you goofball. Yeah, Omanga. Maybe you need to take a chill pill. Now, someone could say, Duke, this isn't appropriate for radio. I'd say to you, shut up, because it is. Do you want to know why? We got to get out of this fake passive-aggressive Christianity. This is the reason why the world is turning upside down, because people of God don't stand up for anything You just sit docilely and say, I'll pray. You better learn how to voice the roar of God and walk in your authority, people of God. That's one of the reasons that people are scared to follow people of God, because they're like, there's one thing walking the authority and standing in the power of God and the authority of God. There's another thing when the only time you have any power is in church. You walk outside the door and all of a sudden you're a kitty cat. You walk into church like you're Tony the Tiger. You walk outside of the church and you're a little. Man, you better walk in the power of God like you understand how much authority God has given you, people of God. So yeah, I did this on purpose for sure, because so many people of God are getting discouraged because people like Omanga Dismas. Omanga, how do you say your name? Omanga. Umangue. Oh man, I love it. All right, Omanga, that's enough. I'm gonna leave you alone now. I think you get it. If not, we'll do it again. Oh, poor Omanga. Omanga, now I feel bad. Now I actually do want to give you something. No, psych. No, I don't. Oh, man. I'm just funny.